britches,
Sale chocolate.
cake. Happy
Happy
Podiversary, happy Podiversary, happy Podiversary, happy Podiversary, happy Podiversary, happy Podiversary, happy Podiversary, happy Podiversary, happy Podiversary, happy Podiversary.
One, two, three, four. Sitting on the bench. Writing's really hard. We need another snack. And that is just a fact. Oh.
Hi, this is Shauna,
And this is Trisha,
and this is Two Girls on a Bench.
the podcast.
This is our Podiversary.
Woo woo. 1 year, baby.
1 year.
Exactly.
Did it exactly 1 year.
Yeah, since our first episode came out on February 19th.
Yeah, we're trying to figure out if there's like a
2018.
weird like leap year thing or something. I keep saying that, but I have no facts to base it on. I'm all, it's leap year. It's leap year. I've said it like 10 times
You did.
today, and I don't know why.
And I just went, oh, yeah. Because I had no idea. Oh, what did I just do? Oh, man. Did that sound weird?
No.
Did you hear like a crackle?
No.
I heard a crackle.
I heard nothing. You know what? I can't.
Can you not hear very well?
Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
1 year and we can't do this. Actually, I don't think I'm hearing anything on my headphones now that you said that. I don't hear anything. Am I not plugged in?
You are. I'm hearing this weird crackle. Okay. Let's hear the difference. Did you hear the difference?
Yeah. Talk? You talk though?
Hello.
Oh yeah, no, I can hear it.
Okay. Okay, now that we've learned how to podcast.
Oh my god, that was awesome. That was like perfect
That was a great beginning.
because that's just how we are.
I'm just
Because we write on the bench,
we snack on the bench.
and most of all, we procrastinate on the bench, and we
do our own audio on the
sometimes
bench.
don't know how to do what we're doing.
And sometimes when the mic makes a funny noise, we just have to unplug things, blow on the end of the cable, and plug them back in again like idiots.
We're all just hit the mic. We're like, wait, this doesn't work.
I'm all, if you tap on the preamp, just like the Fonz, guess what happens? The show records.
Oh yeah, if we like just like.
Well, I mean, we are still holding Shauna's mic stand up with a Trader Joe's bag
You guys,
with various craft items in it.
year.
I had to take the stapler out of it, so I had to. That's why I was
You had to
adding.
use it?
Yeah, I had to use it, so I just added the Magic 8-Ball and a couple other weird.
Yeah,
things.
I saw you throw something in there.
Yeah, I was like, I had
Thank
to
you.
support that counterbalance situation that's going on.
You know
Yeah.
what? It's homespun.
It's it's still homespun even after a year.
Oh.
Oh, but it's better than we thought it would be.
We didn't get too big for our britches.
That's right, dude. We are super
Although
grounded.
sometimes my britches don't fit me anymore.
Yeah, I feel like maybe I'm kind of getting too big for my britches too. And I've refused to buy more britches until I lose some weight.
Until the old britches fit.
I couldn't make a joke out of it.
Can we just keep saying britches?
Till this britch loses some britchin weight.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna
Hey.
call the podcast that this
Britches.
this episode will be like too big for our britches.
Or like Reddit britch.
Right at britch.
I don't know.
Oh man, I just had pins made. I need to redo them now.
Britches. Anyway, wow.
That was a good
A lot of
that was a
britches
good
there.
tangent.
So what's
If you're
going
new to
on?
the show, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Shauna hates it when I say that, and sometimes she makes me stop, take it out, and start
Yeah, one day I
over.
was like, nope.
Yep.
And then we just like had to do it over.
Yep.
Because she would always be, I'm like, who?
It's like, who's new to the show at this point?
Well, or, I mean, hopefully lots of people will start being new to
Yes,
the show, but
yes.
like, they don't need you to
Like,
call them
call
out
them out,
separately.
say
Like, hey,
hello.
you're new. So I'm like different than Shauna. I don't know, like whatever you need to say. I don't even know what I was going to say right now.
So, yeah.
Oh wait, I have a quote. It's covered in candy.
It's covered in conversation hearts.
I threw a lot of candy on my notebook because I thought that was cool, but now I can't see anything.
Well, just dump it off.
I don't want to dump it. Okay, so the quote today is, remember when you wanted what you currently have. This is from an anonymous Pinterester. I have no idea who said that.
It
But
was like spelled out with refrigerator magnets or something cute.
yeah,
That's
but
a good quote.
it was a good one for us for this year because it's like we wanted to have a podcast and now we do. And
Yeah.
and it's like so much better and cooler and more interesting, I think, than I thought it would be.
Yeah.
So
I didn't think we were going to have enough momentum to keep it up at a certain point. I'm like, we're going to run out. But then, like, we haven't.
I don't think we'll ever run out.
The vat is full. Like, there's no, there's no end to the
back
content.
to the britches.
Back to those britches.
No, I mean, I
Britches.
think that the thing was, I just didn't realize we would like make so many friends and stuff. I mean, it's mostly because you've made all the friends, but
No, you've
I'm
made
like,
some too.
I'm kind of just like hanging on to your friendships and then making them my own, and then we're actually turning against
Vicariously.
you, like behind your back. So
You're like DMing when I'm not looking on Twitter.
like, nobody tell Trisha, but there's this really cool thing. Don't tell her what it is. And then when I see you, we'll be like, remember that cool thing? And she'll be like, what cool thing? Yeah, no, I'm not doing that.
I knew something weird was going on. No, and that's why we're like going to be on the Sunshine Summit this year, which honestly was a goal of mine last year when I first like heard about Heather in New Zealand living off the grid. And
You first heard about New Zealand.
I found out about New Zealand for the first time. I was drawn in by her delightful accent, and then I was like, I must go on that show or do something near that show. And anyways, but
Go to New Zealand. It's so pretty. It's like Lord of the Rings.
I wish we
right?
could go to New Zealand in a month to do.
Also, like,
that would be so
Flight
cool.
of the Conchords guys are from there. New Zealand.
I know. Heather, can we stay with you?
Can we just come over?
We won't use any electricity.
We have like, we'll bring our own resources.
We won't shower.
We don't really like to do any of those
Just
things
bring
anyway.
some wine and hang out and watch you garden and look at birds.
Oh.
Sounds really nice. But anyways, the Sunshine Summit is all about connections and you know how doing a podcast brings so many connections. And I have to say, like, way more than we ever anticipated. Like, we had a connection, I feel like, to a lot of bloggers when we were bloggers.
Yeah. No, that's true.
Especially after we went
did.
to like blog boot camp or conventions and stuff. Like we got to meet people in person that we've been talking to per se. Like,
But it was weird. That was
a
I
while.
forgot about that. But it was like we had all these weird friends that we didn't know. We're like, crafty
We
or
called
whatever.
them,
We
like,
call them by whatever
their
their
Twitter
weird handles.
Kinda
Yeah.
like Mel Brooks,
Yeah.
from Brooke Reading.
But this is so much more fun because we've actually been able to see people,
Talk to
podcast with
them.
them, talk to them, like
been-
meet some of them in person, which has
Yes.
been cool.
Amazing. We got to meet Josh Hallmark and Chris Brayton from More Gooder Than, and we've been able to be on video with folks like the Epic Film guys, and I know it's just like super cool. And what is really fun is, I think it was October when we first started doing all the horror episodes with all the other
Yeah.
podcasters, and it was just like a collective of people who met on Twitter deciding to do something, and then like making a calendar and making it happen, and
then just
Sam-
like setting things up. Like,
Yeah.
we're going to talk about Edgar Allan Poe,
and
or we're
different-
going to talk about The Exorcist.
different
or-
people took on roles like in an office situation, like someone made a spreadsheet. I think it was Sam from Invasion of the Remakes, but it's like there's a Google Drive, and it was all organized. And then when you go on someone's show or they come on yours, because you've been listening to each other, talking, air quote, talking on social media, it's like connecting with an old friend. Like it's not weird. It's
Yeah.
like, oh, hi, Drew from Real Feels. Like, we know your voice, we know you, and we know your sense of humor, and we just like roll with it. And that is,
It is interesting. It's like
really interesting.
you feel like you know people. I don't know if I've said this before.
I do. I feel like I known people for a while. Like,
Well, and
it's
because
weird.
they talk about themselves on their podcast, and like, I don't know, like, it's so weird. Like, my dad used to have a local cable show in my town where I grew up. It was like a small town, and we would be like at the grocery
just a
store.
small town girl.
I know. I've like look up in the air, and I'm a small town girl. But we'd be at the store, and they'd be like, "Hey, Al," and then I'd be like, "Oh,
Like,
who was
everybody
that?"
knows your name.
Yeah, and he's like, "I don't know. I have no idea."
That's funny.
But it was the thing that he said was like, when you're on TV, it's like people feel like they know you because you're in their home, which is interesting. And so I kind of feel like it's the same thing with podcasting, where it's like you feel like you know people. They talk about their lives, their family, their jobs, whatever is going on with them. And then you're like, oh, yeah, like that time you did this. And then it's just weird because it's like, I don't know you.
Weird joint memories with people, but you've never actually done anything with them in person.
It's kind of funny.
And
I referenced Karen Kilgareth like twice today. It's kind of like how Karen Kilgareth has that.
Yeah. No, she did. She's like, everything I've learned from My Favorite Murder.
But it was just one of those things where I said it like I knew her, like she was somebody that we knew. Well, she is in a way, right? Yeah. Like she's somebody we know collectively. Right. I don't know.
Well, and I bet because they're so big, I bet people come up to them mid-thought about whatever connection they have all the time, and that's got to be like overwhelming, I'm sure. Like,
it must be so weird.
Because they do all the live shit and everything, so, but,
I'm just like that too.
Me
like
too.
People just come up to me
so
and they're
famous.
like,
I'm way
snacking.
more famous than Shauna.
And then they like give me like a snack and I'm like, thanks.
Like I'll be walking down the street and strangers will be like, "Write it, bitch," and I'm like, should I be offended or honored? Like I'm not sure. And then I'm like, oh, we started that, so I guess it's an honor.
Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe when you see us, you scream, "Write it, bitch."
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Or weird. Hopefully you say write it and you don't just say bitch.
Someone just starts calling me bitch at the store. You're going to be like, Trisha, that's not a fan of the podcast.
I don't know who that is. That person's very angry.
It's a very angry person who doesn't like you. Anyways.
Let's see, what else we were going to talk about.
Also, we're going to be on Epic Film Guys live stream for The Cure this year, which I was an attendee last year, just like watching, and like Lisa and Sam were on and all these folks. And I was like, oh my God, Heather. That's when I first like got exposed to Heather and got exposed. That sounds weird. But anyways, I like really.
What were you doing?
What kind of video thing? Exactly? What do we have to do on this live video thing?
I don't know if I'm comfortable with that. Especially since I'm too big for my britches right now. If I lose a little britch. I'm just going to keep saying britches.
But yeah, anyway, so that was a goal of mine, was to somehow get involved with their whole gig, raising money for cancer. And I'm like, so happy that we're going to be doing it. I have no idea what we're going to do, but it's going to be amazing.
Juggle.
Maybe. I mean,
I can juggle.
Yeah, you got the britches to juggle, man. Get your britches together and juggle.
Like,
all right.
What's happening?
That's enough.
Should we talk more about podcast memories, or should we have a snack and then talk more about podcast memories?
Let's have a snack, man.
All right.
Okay.
Do it. Give me that snack book. It's
okay.
A really good snack book today.
Yes, and what is great is that because our first podcast was in February last year, I think it was episode 2 where we had our leftover Valentine's candy.
Yeah, you get the sale.
Yes, day after Valentine's, best
50%
chocolate
off
shopping day of the year.
So I got...
Last year you scored Godiva, remember?
Yeah, this year I scored Dove in like a cool tin.
Yes, reusable tin.
It's like we're going to be putting snacks in here all year.
Yeah, we're going to hide them in there and no one's going to know it's chocolate except it's a huge red heart.
Yeah. We're going to have to like put it up high where the kids can't reach it.
We're going to put it like way up there.
But what's cute about it is that like, okay, so when you get the wrapped Doves, they have the little cute sayings in them. Well, this one, they have them underneath the chocolates. We got a dark chocolate, of course. Mine says live in the moment. And then the one I'm going to eat now says forever yours.
Aw.
What do yours say, Trisha?
Mine said love forever. And pick one from up here. And then this one says, a look, a smile, a touch.
Aw.
I guess that's like what happens when you fall in love or something. I don't know.
We're so romantic. Whatever.
Anyways, yes, Shauna
cheap chocolate.
Scored the half-price chocolate.
And I scored half-price wine glasses that say love with hearts on them, so I got them.
Cheers.
Because we also have wine, and we have a super funny wine today
Yes,
that Trisha got.
I found this bottle of wine at Trader Joe's called Happy Hour Red Blend, and it's actually really good. It tastes like
It's just a blend.
Woodsy, dry. No, just kidding. It's just like a Cabernet Pinot. It's just like red wine, guys. It's just red wine, okay? I don't know what it is. It's just red wine.
Red wine.
Anyways, it's good red wine.
We like red wine
It's
with
not,
chocolate.
It's not sour or
So it's important to eat them to
bitter.
like have like a piece of chocolate and then swig of wine, and then
some
piece
wine.
of chocolate, swig of wine.
Yes.
Okay, so get it in that order, guys.
What's the artist that does those funny? She takes like 50s drawings and then she writes snarky things on them.
I have no idea.
Oh, I have one.
It's funny though. I have no idea.
I have one right here.
Black cherry, ripe raspberry, sense of spice and vanilla, perfectly smooth and velvety.
So I have one. It's like advertising in the 50s, and like the guy's in the kitchen with his wife, and he's like, "Don't worry, darling, you didn't burn the beer," and it's like a Schlitz beer advertisement.
It's like that Mad Men shit.
Yeah, totally.
Where
so
like
we'll put a picture
women
of it
are
out.
depressed and taking, Valium.
They're like doing the laundry and sewing, and like
men are like
looking
philandering
beautiful.
and drinking martinis at 3 p.m.
I think
It was
you
a great
had
time in
you
our
had also
history.
some napkins that were that same. I think her name was like Julie something. The chick that does that.
I have no idea. I mean, I feel like everyone's copied it now. There was an inception of it at
It
some point.
was.
But
Now it's just like mematic everywhere. Like everybody does it.
Mematic. Ooh.
It's like the app name, like where you.
Oh. Yeah,
Like
I
a
know.
meme with-
Oh, yeah, I've made a meme on that.
Yeah,
I thought you were like
that was just like
mematic.
I shoulda,
like thematic.
let you believe in me, but I didn't.
Okay, good. Also, we have cupcakes. They're gluten-free, and we have a candle that we blew out already.
Yes.
But to commemorate our 1-year anniversary with the Trader Joe's gluten-free. Did I say gluten-free? They're really good, though.
Good gluten-free
Cupcakes.
And then
What else
I
do we
was
have?
able to find the tiny conversation hearts, which are not the same as the
Sweethearts.
or the.
There's like a big controversy.
They're by
like a
Necco.
big hullabaloo, and I like Necco wafers, which you don't.
I don't, but yeah, Sweethearts, the conversation heart candy. So
I like all this shitty candy. I don't know why.
So, anyways, I found the Brock's version, and it's worse than the other version.
What's weird about it is that they're like, I swear to God, they're like laser printed on with like
They missed half the
a
hearts.
printer that's like not full of ink because it's like so faint
Like
you
my
can't
printer.
even see it.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. And
they say weird shit like, I hope.
yeah.
Well, I hope what? Like,
Well,
what
at first
does that
I thought
mean?
maybe
What
you
kind
were
of
supposed to
conversation is
form
that?
them into a sentence or something, like those
So
magnets.
fine.
You know what I
No.
mean? But it's not. They're just shitty.
There's one that says text me.
One said peace on it. I ate
I'm
that
like,
one. It
what
was
the
gross.
fuck? And what does this one say? Text me. Yeah.
So, anyways,
like,
I got shown a bunch
how
of boxes
romantic
of
is
these,
that? Text
and
me?
because I got really excited because I was like,
No,
thought
'cause
they
I
were
do,
gone.
I do like them.
I know you do, and then
Not the green ones.
yeah,
But
no,
I like the rest of them.
green ones are not good. That's the only one I had. I should probably have the other kind.
I have like a purple one.
And then
But
I
these are
have these,
banana.
like-
Do you not like banana either?
I like. God, I'm such a jerk. I hate everything.
No, you just don't like artificially flavored things, I think, right?
because I have taste.
Yeah. No, because I like all the crappy shit. I think we
So,
already. I'm not.
I do like some stuff.
I
Like
guess
the,
it's
the
kind of
gummy,
a compliment to
the
you.
gummy X's and O's. I love the.
Oh, yeah, we're
fuck
eating
out of
those,
those. Those
too.
are so good.
With a live candy.
But
And
they're
then-
like made with, black carrot juice, which we don't know what that is. But Trader Joe's black carrot juice in this candy tastes
and like black
cherry.
currant something.
Yeah, it tastes really
Juice.
good. At least my kids aren't eating like red dye number 5. They're eating carrot juice, right? So it's like a
Well,
vegetable.
I mean, my kids
Candy.
have ingested all the bad stuff along with me, which is maybe why we're all crazy.
No.
So, and we got cherry cordial kisses.
I have to say, I do like the ones with the marshmallow inside, the hot cocoa ones, and
Yeah.
the lava ones.
You don't like these?
No, those
The
are
fake
okay.
cherry?
The fake cherry's okay.
Yeah, I like it.
Now, if it had a cherry in it that like spilled out red juice or whatever,
I love those.
the Queen Anne whatever ones.
Yeah, they're kind of shitty, but I like them.
No, I don't like
I like
those.
because I like cherry and chocolate flavor,
I
and
do like the dried ones you got, or the
the dried cherries
that are covered in chocolate,
chocolate.
like
Yeah,
the,
those
the
are
red
good.
chocolate or whatever on the outside.
Those are good.
Those are really yummy.
They have blueberry ones too, I think, at Trader Joe's. Like
They have-
chocolate covered dried blueberries.
They're
or something.
blueberries, and then they have like some other berry. It's weird, but they're good. We've gotten them. It's like dark chocolate covered something in there.
I got dark chocolate covered
like
walnuts
Logan berries or
the
something.
other day.
Chocolate covered what?
Walnuts.
Oh, yum.
Which I'd never had before. It's always like almonds or like mostly almonds, actually. I haven't really had a lot of like nuts covered. But, or like the candy.
Walnuts. Yeah, you don't usually see walnuts.
It's good.
Well, we need a good bridge mix. Like you used to get like at Sears.
You need a good bridge mix. Like on a square folding table from like the 70s.
Like the kind that you would get that you'd have to weigh to pay for, but you could like eat them throughout the store and then like it wouldn't cost as much at the end.
What?
Don't you remember at the store they used to have those bins of candy? I used to always steal one. Oh my gosh, I was.
You were stealing.
I was a juvenile delinquent.
You know what? Everybody stole
Remember,
those.
I used to always steal the black raspberry one. I always used to try and steal one at the store.
I used to steal a weird one. I've always liked weird candies.
What's the weird one you used to take?
It was like white nougat with like these colorful like jelly things.
Oh God!
love
It's like a fruitcake but with chocolate.
But it wasn't chocolate. It's like just nougat.
Oh no!
Like there's no chocolate.
I know what you're talking about.
Why I like
They're
those.
like square, like a rectangle in a little cellophane.
Totally weird. And there's
You are
also
so
the
weird.
Neapolitan like coconutty ones.
Yes.
I liked those too.
I could
I would
tolerate
steal those also.
Okay, so we're talking about, for those of you who are not born in the olden days like us, at the grocery store they used to have like yogurt covered raisins and chocolate covered nuts and bridge mix and stuff.
But they weren't like
they were like
prepackaged like they are
Yeah, they were
now.
like the olive bar at Gelson's. Okay, so you could like go pick out your Kalamata olives and shit and put them in a little bowl yourself, right? So it was like that, but with candy and bags. And you could scoop out the candy. It's probably very unsanitary.
Yeah, I mean,
How many
considering we
kids
were all
stuck their
sticking our
hands
grubby little hands in there. Well,
in there?
the ones I used to get that were wrapped.
Me too.
Okay.
But then I also would
But
get
then
like
the bridge mix.
I would get like the yogurt covered like nuts sometimes or something. How many kids stuck their hands in there? I'm
They're
sure
dirty,
Like a million.
disgusting hands.
My kids' hands would be all up in there, and it wasn't like high up for just grown-ups. It was like a big
nobody used to
display.
think about anything.
Yeah.
When we were kids, it was just like, oh, there's stuff here, whatever.
Yep. So
They didn't do all that like mindful shit they do now. Like
that's pretty gross. But
it was delicious.
I feel like Whole Foods has like something like that with nuts or berries or something.
they
where you
do. They
can-
have a bunch of bins, like
Yeah.
oatmeal, like
Yeah,
weird shit,
yeah,
like
yeah.
that. You're like, oh, you'd buy that in
Flaxseed.
like
Yeah.
bulk. You're all a big bag of oatmeal
Like we used to get bridge mix. Now you
from
can
the
get
bin.
olives and oatmeal.
Well, did you ever see that Portlandia? Oh my god! I feel like everything I quote
we
is
need
a
to have
TV
a
show.
shirt.
I have a problem.
It should say. It
Did you ever see that Portlandia?
Yeah. So it should be like.
Did you ever see that South Park?
Yeah, it should be like was ... like was that from South Park ... Did you ever see that Portlandia ... if you're new to the show, just like all the little like isms that we have, you know what I mean?
It's mostly like South Park and Portlandia. In my real life, I use the Portlandia a lot, and there's a lot of people that don't watch that show,
Yeah.
which freaks me out. I'll be like, "Oh my god, it's like Portlandia."
I need to
And
start
people are
watching it
just
because I was
"What?"
like trying to go
It's,
in
like,
order,
over.
and
Oh.
so now I'm just like randomly watching.
There was
whatever.
one where they were all like mice. They were like they were like animated mice, and they were lived in like a Whole Foods kind of store, and the store was called Zero Packaging Food, and they were like Zero Packaging Food, and they were like singing and stuff,
Oh
and
my
they were so
God.
excited because there was no packaging, because it was like that. It was just like bins of stuff. It was like, you know, cut
the
the
mice were just
environment
eating
and like,
everything.
and they were just like going crazy, and they were so excited because it was zero packaging food,
So
and like,
awesome.
anyway, that's what makes me think of
Yes. Yep.
bridge mix.
Dirty nuts.
You dirty bridge mix. You're all, we need a good bridge mix. That was really funny.
I was
Another
yeah. I was. I don't know
quote
why
from
like
today.
that popped in my head. I think because when I take Logan shopping, like he has to open like 2 kinds of granola bars typically, like on the shopping trip, and nobody cares. But somehow I was remembering that candy thing, and I was like, thank God they don't have that.
And we were like stealing that.
My kids would totally. One time I stole an egg.
like a whole egg.
Remember we were going to make brownies in our dorm room?
Oh, well,
And we only needed one
I
egg.
feel like the college hijinks don't count. You used to steal spoons all the time, too.
I did. I had a spoon collection from restaurants. Other people do that. It's like a weird...
It was funny, and you always did it, and nobody would see
Nobody
you take it.
saw
And
me
then after
ever.
we came out, you would be like, ta-da!
Yep.
And you would have a spoon, and we'd be like, what?
I don't know how I was so fly.
I don't know how you did it. You were such a sneaky monkey.
Sneaky monkey. Yeah. So, yeah, the egg thing was tricky. I had like a sweatshirt on, and we were going to buy like a little... Okay, we didn't think about buying like a half pack of eggs. Like, it seemed like you could only get a dozen.
Also, what would
then.
you have done with them, though? It's not like we had like pots and pans. We're like, let's fry it up or
it's like before we
it.
knew you could microwave them for sandwiches, because I feel like if we would have known that, because we had a toaster, that we would have made like little egg sandwiches all the time. But I don't remember ever microwaving eggs in my youth. Like,
God, you know what? And I have like an egg sandwich maker.
I have it too. I bought it.
That would have fucking
in college?
killed it in college.
That would have been amazing.
First of all, you wouldn't have been so hungry our senior year.
I could have had eggs all the time.
You could have had egg sandwiches
for $4.
So like protein,
Yeah.
like carbs,
Yeah.
some dairy
It's the perfect
with the
meal.
cheese.
Perfect meal.
God damn it, Trisha.
It's okay. It was a life lesson learned.
I mean, it was hard
when
for
I
you.
starved in college. But anyways, so I just like opened a thing of eggs, like I was looking at it, and I just like put my hand in, and I just took one egg into my hand, and we bought something else. Like we weren't.
Did you get like brownie mix or something?
Yeah, I think it was probably brownie mix, and then we left.
Were they
and I
special
had
brownies? No, they were just like regular brownies.
No,
huh?
that was like before we were even knew what that meant. I don't think we could have ever gotten our hands on enough pot to make special brownies. Like we didn't have that much money. Obviously, we had to steal an egg.
Wah wah. Because we were like, we can't buy 12. What will we do with them?
What will we do with that?
We can't waste them.
$2.99 for 12 eggs. Like,
you know what? Big egg, big poultry deserved one on us. I don't know. Big egg.
I remember I finally told my mom about that. And that's something my mom would be like mortified about. And she was slightly. And then she looked at me and she was just like, why didn't you just buy the little like half pack? And they even have like smaller ones now, and I'm like, I don't remember that existing.
I don't know if they had it back then. Though.
Yeah, I don't either.
Or like not at the store we went to, or maybe not at the store we went to.
She was just like, Trisha.
Wow.
Like it was just not good.
Mom Sue was not having it.
No, do not take eggs.
Do not take eggs. That's funny. All right, what else were we gonna talk about? I feel like we're just like blah blah blah.
I know. We're a little bit random today.
Did you want to talk about how many downloads we have?
Oh,
did we already say this?
You guys, no. We haven't talked about it at all. Oh, we also have to talk about Patreon.
Oh,
should we? Okay, let's just do it now.
Do it right now.
All right,
do it.
So one of our goals for our year was to at least get to 10,000 downloads. And we started our podcast on SoundCloud, and we had about 5,000 there. And then we switched to Podbean, which I had a great experience with. If Podbean wants to sponsor this show, we are available. But anyways,
we're here for you, Podbean.
We're here for you. But we've matched that 5,000 and surpassed it. And so we have like 10,000 and change downloads now. So
you did the math. It was like 10,200 something.
Something like that. But by the time this comes out, it could be even more. So
it'll be like 3 trillion. So just remember when we were at 10,000.
It'll probably be like 45,000. So
yeah. Why? That's more reasonable than 3 trillion.
You know what? Because Monday's a holiday and people are just going to download the fuck out of all the other episodes.
God, they just are going to need,
just like
they're
listen.
Gonna need some like
do it on Radio Public so we make like 2 cents a download.
Yeah, Radio Public, okay?
But anyways,
or just like re-listen to all the old ones.
Or on Podbean, because they're awesome. Podbean, woo, woo. But anyways, yeah, so thank you, because that is from you people who listen to the show. And
thank
like,
you guys.
We love you. And I really thought we were going to have like Shauna's parents and my husband and maybe one other person listening to the show for quite a while. And
yeah,
we've had, some decent amounts of listens per episode, like at least 100 people, or unless you're listening to it 100 times via an owl, which I appreciate, Shauna's parents, but at least 100 times something's being heard or listened to. And that's so validating as like artistic type people.
Well, it's so cool that it's like people we don't actually know. Because there are people that we know, and we're so grateful for all of you as well. Like some of our friends from college have really like stepped up and participated, and like they're in the Benchling group, and they've submitted for Right Club, and like even been on the show, and like that has been such a supportive group
and super fun to reconnect there too.
Yeah,
like,
and that's been like cool. But then it's just like people we don't know, which is so fun because then it's like, oh, then we made new friends.
We've made a lot of new friends, a lot, and it's fun.
And it's the way that we like to make friends, where we don't actually have to
like, see anybody or leave the house or put makeup on. It's the perfect win-win. Yeah, so that's cool. And then, speaking of friends, we got a new Patreon. So this will be our third supporter on Patreon, which is amazing.
Thank you.
Karaoke Big E. I was just looking up their Twitter handle. I'll put their Twitter handle.
I'm shaking my maracas.
in the show notes, of course. That should be on that t-shirt too. It's in the show notes. But thank you so much, guys at Karaoke Big E. So it's at Karaok Big E. I'll put it in the show notes. I'm gonna cut all that out. But anyway, their podcast.
Why are you gonna cut it out?
I don't know. I'm just being stupid.
Karaoke E.
Their podcast is super fun. They can actually sing,
and they were on the same.
The Polybius episode from the Cabinet podcast with Tim's Gibson's show, singing Thriller.
It was so good. They were like in a bar and perfect. It was awesome.
The sound effects on everything was perfect. And I was like, how is karaoke gonna come into this really crazy story?
And it was like perfect.
And the whole thing, you guys, if you are wondering what the fuck we're talking about, go back to the podcast called The Cabinet Podcast. And look for last year Halloween. There's a Polybius episode, and there's 4 different shows, including the Cabinet Podcast, all intertwined telling the story, and it's awesome. It's awesome, and we're in it too. We wrote like a little story, and we do the voice acting or whatever.
We're so good.
Learned a lot about sound this year. Sound effects.
We learned a lot about ourselves.
So anyways, I'm going to play
video games.
a message from the Karaoke Big E guys and a little promo for their show. And then we're going to write our britches off.
Hey girls, it's Big E from the Karaoke Big E podcast. I just wanted to say congratulations on a year of podcasting. You guys are a great show and I hope you keep it up. Thanks.
Old school Hollywood stars, party Cinderellas are here. They move like computer game heroes, because they know it's showtime. In the middle of the street light, always celebrating good times.
All right. Blackbird singing in the dead of night. Take these broken wings and learn to fly. All your life, you were only waiting for this moment to rise.
Do you like comedy, karaoke, and music history? Check out Karaoke Big E with your hosts Kevmo and Big E every Tuesday on your favorite podcast app of choice. And remember, you can't be a star if you don't shine.
All your life, you were only waiting for this moment to be free. Blackbird fly, blackbird fly, into the light of dawn.
Generals gathered in their masses, just like witches at black masses. Evil minds that plot destruction, sorcerer of death's construction. In the fields of bodies burning, as the war machine keeps turning.
Write it, bitch.
Surprise, surprise.
Howdy ho.
So we have
Speaking of South Park.
a writing prompt.
Yes. Shauna picked it.
I like it. But
You like picked it immediately, which is like, no fair. You already had an idea.
I did. I had an
but
idea right
I had
away.
to like think about it, but yeah.
Well, also, like, I was having a hard time.
Not that you didn't think about yours.
I found another one for like a write club for like 3 months from now.
I know, right?
But
Yeah.
then as I was looking through our old book, the like 395 million ways to, I don't know. I lost it. It's not in front of me. I can't remember what it's called.
What's
but,
your like writing prompts for every day or
but
whatever?
it's that book.
Yes.
You
We
all
haven't
know
used
and love it.
We haven't used it in a while.
So it's like, you know, vintage right now,
Yeah.
like a year. So I thought I would just
it was our initial like
Throwback
source for writing prompts. Remember?
Saturday. Yeah.
It was like the initial source. Like we bought it on
Yeah.
purpose. and
Before I
then-
started Pinteresting it.
Yeah, and then you started Pinteresting.
But I still go back to it, you know.
Do you want me to turn the big light on?
It's a little hard to see.
Okay, I tend to like make us podcast in the dark with like red wine and candles. It's really romantic, but it's not good for reading.
It's hard to read. I do prefer a dim room. We both are very,
Right.
because we're very migraine-y people. We get migraines really
we'll turn
easy.
that off after we're done reading.
But it's hard to read
yes, because we're getting
my
older,
handwriting
a little older.
in a
Not
weird
that there's
color.
anything wrong with that.
That's great.
Do you see this? I
What's
put a
that?
stone that says success on
On-
the mini bench.
Success on the bench. Right? What?
Take a picture of that.
Take a picture.
Speaking of Instagram.
It'll last longer.
And here's our reminder. Okay.
Okay, good. I don't know what that says. I can't read it. Okay.
Nope.
So let me just do this. Okay, so here's the prompt. How would you split a slice of cake among 5 people? So I'm going to start. Okay. This is my thing. It starts out and it sounds like I'm still talking, so sorry. I realized if I said, okay, because it starts out, all right. All right. This party kind of blows. There's this tiny little flourless chocolate cake and only one slice left, and there's still 5 of us to share it with. How are we going to divide it up? Okay, well, first I guess Leah deserves a big part because she's gluten-free and her life sucks and shit. So, okay, she gets 2/5. Then there's Todd. He's such a tool. He doesn't even like chocolate, so he gets like half a 5th. Okay, fuck. What does that leave left? I'm so bad at math. And I drank too much cheap wine. Okay, 2.5 fifths. Okay, I'll take the other half fifth because I'm really selfless like that. And then a 5th to Dina and a 5th to Josh because they're chill and always bring pot so we can count on them. All right, people, dig in. The end.
That's funny. As you're reading, I was like, I have no idea how much cake anyone got because I cannot picture 2/5 of fucking anything. That was crazy. All right.
Half a 5th.
I just mean way different. So, but like maybe.
Love it.
Apparently, I like the brown pen because the last time I used
I
it.
used like
too.
a pink red one and I'm like, I can't read it in the dark.
Do you know what's awesome is that my little notebook that I was like never writing in is now has a year's worth of
Aw.
writing prompts.
I know.
in
I
it.
try to stick with the one that I
The
have.
same
That's why I
book.
was like, bring it out.
Well, and I wasn't very consistent in the beginning, but then I started dating it, so it's like 3 times in February, 3 times in
Yeah.
September, 3 times here, and then there's like notes from like the Outlier Festival.
There's a lot of weird shit in here. The best thing is that I have notes in mine from when we went to fucking LA Podfest.
Oh, the first time
When we had
went
an
to-
idea for a podcast that
Yes.
was already being done, and we're like, shit.
yes, that's where we had the idea for Mother May I Sleep, a podcast
Except,
done by us.
and then we realized, wait a minute, someone's already doing that.
Yeah,
Fuck,
we had
have
this
to
whole
come up
plan, you
with-
guys. We rented a loft Airbnb in this like
Oh my
downtown
God.
LA.
Oh my God.
It was like our dream place. Like if we lived together now, like, and we were single and shit. So
Like when you're like young,
Yeah.
and you just have like a loft.
and you just like
There was no fire
downtown.
escape. That was the only thing that was missing was a fire escape.
There was, but you weren't allowed to go out on
Yeah,
it.
we
There was
kinda
like
wanted
through
to.
the La Hall. Okay, so anyways, so we did that, and then we went to what was that podcast? That was
It was LA Pod Festival, but it like doesn't
LA
exist
Pod
anymore.
Festival. Yeah, I don't think they do it anymore. But so we went to that to learn about how to make a podcast. So we, saw a bunch of people. We saw My Favorite Murder live. We saw whatever. And then we took a bunch of notes and we talked to like this
Went to
lawyer,
workshops.
went to workshops,
Talk to the
Lindsay
lawyer.
the lawyer. And then we like went back to the loft that night. We watched a Lifetime movie and we made a list of categories to rate Lifetime movies and came up with all these ideas about, we joined the Lifetime Movie Club, which I'm still a member of, proudly. And then we like did all this other stuff to like plan the podcast. And then it was like 3 days later, Shauna texted me and was like, guess what? Someone already... No, we looked it up.
No, I looked it up. Like, for some reason, I hadn't
We hadn't
thought
looked it up.
to look it up before we thought of it. And I was like, I wonder if anybody's doing any... Because there'll be a lot of things. There's a lot of
There's
true
a lot of
crime.
topics.
There's a lot of,
Yeah.
wine in movies. There's a lot of this. So it's like, you're kind of like, well, we could fit in the space even if there's another Lifetime. But it was like exactly what we were
Exactly.
thinking of. So
we-
Malls, that's why we love you so much, because
We love it. You're
you
doing the
literally-
podcast we dreamed that we
Yeah.
would do.
And
so you're doing it
way
for us and probably better
funnier too.
and much funnier. So we're glad you're doing it and we're doing this because we know you totally listen to our podcast.
I mean, we're like best friends, right?
Right.
So anyway, okay.
so that was a
Read your
long
writing
story
prompt.
about that, but that was a fun.
So now
thing
so then
we
we're
did.
like, oh, why don't we just do what we always do, which is like write on the bench and like do our shtick. And then we were like, oh, it's
oh
just
yeah,
us.
why are we trying to be something we're
like,
not?
Gee, it's easy.
Also, we don't have time to watch Lifetime movies.
we would be so fucked if we had to watch
Right?
a movie every week.
Oh no.
I don't even know
no.
what we would do.
Props to movie podcasters, especially those that like watch 3 movies or 2 movies.
Or like new movies that are in the theater.
yeah, and
Forget
go
it.
out like Apple
I could
Film guys.
never
Like yeah, they're current.
that.
Yeah, no. We don't have time, and
We tried to do that, remember?
We did.
When we had a blog, we tried to do this show. It was like Current TV. And they
Yes.
used to have a film show where you could like send in.
we did do that.
Remember we did
I
it?
found the video of us
my
reviewing
God.
The Hangover, and I have to say this: we thought the video that we took was super dumb. It's not.
Oh,
but
really?
also,
in my mind, it's so dumb.
okay, we're a little fake, but we look amazing.
Oh, it was a long time ago.
It was before kids,
Pre-kids.
so it was like 9 years ago.
I was gonna say like pre-stress, but I feel like we've always been
no,
stressed.
there was always
but,
stress. We stressed our own selves
but
out,
not
man.
the kind of stress I have now.
Okay,
that's
so
like literally aged me like
Maybe
100
I'll put it
years.
out there for our Patreons because.
Oh my god!
Or like put it on YouTube. It's super. We're so cute. I had no
Aw.
idea how cute we were. I was just like, dude, if we can just get back to that level of cuteness, which is
There's
only
n-
9 years ago, cuteness, it's not that
There's
bad.
no way. How would we do that?
Just keep using the lotion that Miss Sherry from Mary Kay gave us. Just like keep
That's not
slapping
gonna
that
work.
on.
And then lose 100 pounds.
Not 100.
Like, I feel like a
like
lot.
40.
All right.
Let's keep it reasonable. Okay, like 20.
I would have to lose like a whole dog.
We each have to lose a Gucci. This is Shauna's dog's name, by the way. All right. Anyways,
God, we got way off track
really
on that one.
distracted. Sorry.
We're gonna show you that.
we're
video,
drinking
though.
wine. It's our anniversary. Come on.
you guys. Come on. We
All right.
talk. We say exactly the same words too.
I know,
Weird.
right?
Okay, keep going.
Okay. It's like we've been married for a long time. All right. How would who's the dog in this scenario? How would you split a slice of cake among 5 people? All right. I don't mean to sound cliche or like I'm stealing from Office Space, which is so good. But cake runs out. In fact, any food in an office, no matter the quality, is pretty much guaranteed to be devoured. People in an office are likely A, bored, or B, have the 3 p.m. munchies. And they have fruit to eat, but that cake from Costco or whatever store sounds so much better. Or maybe I'm just talking about me. So, today we have 1 piece of cake left and 5 of us here in the break room eyeing it. We all know we all want it. But instead of asking, is someone going to eat the last piece? We'd rather circle the break room, glancing at each other awkwardly to see who makes the move. Damn, there should be a cake fight club. Okay, so how to split this cake between us? The answer is simple. Stalk the break room until someone leaves. Wash your hands, pretend to be on the phone, open and close the fridge, whatever it takes. And whoever lasts the longest, don't laugh, takes the cake.
That was good.
Couldn't help it.
You know what? I totally thought of Office Space too. It's so funny
Because
because like
that whole thing, like, last time there was no cake.
that poor guy. That guy's amazing.
stapler
He's
guy.
on like another show that I watched.
He was so good on True Blood, wasn't he? That was when
He
I
was
really
on True
like.
Blood, but he's on something
love with him.
else that I love.
Oh, he was on. Oh, wish we had something to look this up on. I don't know. IMDb.
Shit, what was that guy in? He was like a normal guy and he was all like crusty and like annoyed and like it's not Homecoming. No, but it's like something like that kind of, right? Ah, shit.
I'll cut
All
this part out.
100 years of trying to figure out
Here, I'm looking it up.
what I know. Because that was such an iconic character, that Office Space character with the swing line and
know.
all that.
No, it was really good. I have a swing
I
line
love
stapler.
that movie. Sometimes I'm
on
like,
purpose.
I don't like
Stephen
talking about
Root.
my flair.
His name's Stephen Root.
Uh-huh.
He was in Get Out.
Okay, but that's not what I'm thinking of.
No,
him
it's
in.
not.
He was in like a show I saw recently.
Dodgeball.
Oh.
No, actor. On the Basis of Sex. Man in the High Castle. That's what it was.
Oh!
Man in the High Castle.
He like is the man in the
Yeah,
high castle.
He is.
All right.
Yeah.
Shit.
And he was also on Barry.
I love you, Man in the High Castle. Oh yeah, he's on Barry too.
Yeah.
Shit, I love
Yes,
that
that show's so good, you guys. That's really good.
God.
So anyways, how good was my writing prompt? It was pretty good.
It was
right?
good. It made us think about like a ton of shit right now. Wait, that was my writing prompt.
I mean, my results. My results from the prompts.
Well, you didn't
Just
want
saying.
it.
I
No.
didn't want to do it. I was mad about it. And then I'm like, I have to talk about The Office and how, like, seriously?
Yeah,
I can
it's a
take
thing.
anything to The Office. Like the shittiest
It's kind of scary.
cookies and put them out on the shared location and they will be gone in like 20 minutes.
No, people
especially
put-
in the afternoon.
People put the weirdest shit out where I work too, where it's kind of like, was that okay to like put out? Like,
That old cream cheese.
like weird
Shouldn't that be
fruit.
refrigerated?
I don't know, like weird stuff where you're like, I don't know if anybody's gonna eat that, but then somebody does, and you're like, oh, how? Because we have a lot of volunteers also that are in my office where I work, so it's like there's just a ton of people
Leftover
coming in and out.
coleslaw or whatever.
So they'll be like, like leftover food from a meeting. Like that's a very normal thing. Like leftover like pasta and salad and bread and like whatever, right? Or like leftover sandwiches
or burritos or something. Yeah.
like that. And you're like, cool. But then there's like weird leftovers. But like cake is like one day like I think it was like our CEO's birthday and there was cake and I was like, I'm just gonna have a piece of cake, right?
I remember this because you got sick.
I got so sick and I was like,
No
why?
gluten. No gluten for
And it was
Shauna.
like the worst, and it was like not worth it. You know, when you're like, if I was gonna go out like shooting, you know what I mean,
Like,
or
have
whatever.
baguette or whatever.
Have it be like something like I had like some really good pizza one time. They ordered like this really good like New York pizza, and I was like, I'm just gonna have it.
It was worth it.
And I was talking to this chick that I work with, and she has lupus. I'm not laughing at the fact that she has lupus. Sorry, that sounded bad, but she has lupus, and she's like has like a really dark sense of humor.
Yeah.
And she's all,
You would have to.
she's like, if you're gonna do it, just like make sure it's worth it. And I was like, I know. And I'm like, I feel like this pizza's worth it. And she's like, yeah, I think it's worth
like
it. And we
that-
kind of debated it for a minute. And then I was like, all right, I'm gonna have this because if I'm gonna have pizza, it should be good. It shouldn't be like a crappy one. And just like see what happens. But that didn't
That
fuck
was
me up as
dairy,
much as the
though.
cake, though. The cake fucked me up more.
Because there's so much flour in cake, you
It
know?
was so bad.
And dairy. So you put a quote out, I don't remember where, but it was like, it was something about like have dessert. You don't want to be like those women on the Titanic
Oh, it's
who passed up the dessert cart. Irma Bombeck?
It's Irma Bombeck. Yeah.
So I think about that sometimes when
Yeah, think
in
about all those ladies on the
scenarios.
Titanic that passed up the dessert cart.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're
Yeah.
like, fuck, you should have just had some.
Yeah.
you
So,
know.
but like it does have to be worth it.
And what would it have been? Like rice pudding or something? It's like it was a long time ago. It was like not a good dessert.
It could have been like
Tapioca.
pinafore
Oh, it could have
cakes,
been
like little tea
oh,
cakes. I mean, that
okay.
would be cute. Little
All right.
cucumber sandwiches with like cream cheese.
That's like tea. That's not dessert.
Just, you know what? Let me have my fantasy about what food they were eating on
what
the
they
Titanic.
passed up. Wah, wah.
So, so I was looking for things about saying like fucking gluten free because you shared a comic with me where it was like Sarah wants us all to know she's gluten-free now. And like the dad was like, fuck you, Sarah.
Yeah.
Something like that. It was like super
Thanksgiving.
funny.
It was really funny.
Super funny and sarcastic. So I looked it up, right? And I came across this website and it was like people with celiac disease like complaining about people who make fun of people who are gluten-free and about how like hurtful it is and how nobody understands. And I just want to say, if anybody feels bad about the jokes we make about being gluten-free or dairy-free, it's only because we're trying to do it that we have to find the humor in it, and we're not trying to mock anyone's problems.
Yeah, also we're just dicks about everything. So
Yeah.
if you're kind of like that, you probably, I mean, this might not be the
Maybe
thing
this
for
isn't
you.
the show for you because, you
We're
know,
a little bit like,
Shauna's kind of an asshole, and I'm kind of a dick.
I'm
so.
kind of heartless, and I just don't care. And I'm
I
a
just-
little bit meaner than
I was
Trisha.
kind of shocked when I came across it,
No,
though, because I
I
thought it
get
was
it.
like a group for funny jokes about
because-
being gluten-free,
But you
and
know
then
why?
it was
Because
the opposite.
there's two things. There's like people that have celiac, they have like a genuine like they cannot have it.
Yeah.
It's like it will totally mess them up. But like with me, I have like a gluten sensitivity. So it's like I can have it. I'll feel like shit, but like it doesn't like cause me a major health crisis. It just means that I feel terrible, you know?
Well, and it's hard to change.
And so like whatever.
in your 40s, it's really hard to change.
It's hard to
a
change
habit
when
like
you
that.
love a fucking baguette. I mean,
Shauna's
come
favorite
on.
food is bread. We've always said that.
And
I mean,
potatoes.
It's like if I
At
and
least
potatoes
don't have
At
gluten.
least those are gluten free, and you can still have a little butter, right? Like that's okay.
I have butter all the time. I don't.
It doesn't
I
bother
don't
you.
think the dairy is as big a problem, but I also just kind of cut it out mostly.
Well, you already weren't having a ton, like
Well, I was
maybe a
having
little.
cheese.
Yeah, you were having.
I was having cheese like nobody's
You're not
business.
having any cheese now.
I'm having goat cheese because I was reading that goat cheese wouldn't mess me up as bad, and I don't think it does. But it's like, what are you putting goat cheese on? I mean, it's kind of selective.
Honey,
You're not
baguette.
throwing, yeah, right, with a little drizzle on a fucking delicious, chewy, crusty baguette.
I'm sorry.
No, it's like so sad.
So bad.
Or like a really good cracker that's
I
not
know.
gluten free because gluten free crackers
Are made out of seeds.
They're like
Mary's Gone crackers are gluten free,
they're
right?
fine,
Are
but
they
it's
gluten-free?
not the same.
Are Mary's Gone crackers?
Yeah, they're all seeds.
Those are good.
They're great, fantastic, love it. Love you, Mary.
I just want to say that's the end of that. Okay, so
Okay, goodbye.
what's left?
That's it.
What didn't we do?
Oh, we were going to talk about our favorite episodes really quick from
yeah.
the last year. Okay,
Oh, yeah,
really,
'cause
really quick.
It's our anniversary.
So,
Anniversary. I can't remember
our
what
favorite
episode number mine is.
episode. Oh, I don't know the number either. Okay, but it's called.
Yours is episode.
It's like 6 or 7.
6, I think. Let me see.
Mine is titled Gaggle of Tods. It's when.
Episode. Oh, it must be episode 7.
Stop talking if you don't know the answer.
I'm
Just
sorry.
kidding.
I'm gonna go cry in the corner now.
Well, I was going to like talk and then you're like, hold on, it's episode
7.
7. All right.
Don't hit me. I'm cowering with my wine.
with your wine. I'm so abusive. I'm not. I'm so nice. I'm just a character.
In an asshole
I'm
way.
just a character.
You're just
I'm
you're just sassy.
Yeah, Shauna's such a
You're
character.
so sassy, Shauna.
So, Gaggle of Tods is the best episode because we found Trisha's old crazy stalker letters. And that was just like, first of all, that was such an amazing discovery. And we were just reading them live on the podcast. Like, we didn't look at them and say, like, I'll read this one and you read this one.
Nope.
We were just looking at them going, this is fucking crazy. Look at this one. And it was scary and actually fun. I mean, funny
It was
to
really
us
funny.
because it's like a funny reflection.
When people ask me where do I start with your podcast, I say Gaggle of Tods.
Yeah, I think I told somebody that too. I was like, or just listen to like recent ones.
Yeah,
But
like
there's
anything.
some really funny ones from the beginning
That
there,
one's really
and that
funny.
one is like one of my favorites.
Yeah. Well, mine, okay, so I didn't want to pick the same one. So I went to episode 18, which is called Balls and Tiny Wishes. And what's funny about this one is that our writing prompt that we do is about a teeny genie, and Shauna does a super funny voice. And then we go into this story in Pipula about Rome when Shauna had dance power.
Dance power.
Quote, and I got too close to someone named Ricky and made out with him in a hallway. And like, I don't know why we didn't die, like, in both situations.
No, well, because of the other thing that you were doing.
Yes.
It wasn't the making out in
the
the hallway.
smoking the hash.
Smoking something unknown.
And I didn't know what it was. And then Shauna had to, like, watch me all night long to
And
make
then
sure
I was
didn't
like,
die.
where'd she go?
Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah, that was not good. I should
So
have
if you
never
really,
let you
really-
leave. I think I thought you guys just went outside. Like, I didn't
That's
realize
what I
you
thought we
went
were doing
down the
too.
hall.
I
and
didn't know
down
we
the
were going
street.
into someone's apartment complex. Like, it was super weird. So anyways.
Yeah, like MFM would be like, you guys are bad. But
No.
then they'd be like, we did that too.
Oh, it was
Like,
horrible,
never mind.
right? I know.
I know.
Well, it was like, oh my God, I can't believe you didn't get murdered. Like,
Yeah.
both situations. The stalker one, like, reading those letters, I'm like, I should have turned these into the authorities. Like,
Yeah.
this guy was either suicidal,
Also,
mania.
like, also, all of us should have. Like, none of us thought of that. we were
my
all like,
roommate
huh.
should have.
We're like,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
Let's invite him over to our
What a jerk.
dorm room where he knows the address.
Yeah. It's not weird that
Good
he's 40
Lord.
or
Good
39,
Lord.
whatever, 40.
Yeah,
You
no,
might
he
as well
was
have been
like,
40.
yeah, he was 20 years older than me. No big deal.
Can you imagine dating like a 20-year-old? Just as like a side note, like that would be so. I feel
Holy
like I'd have
shit, no.
nothing in common with them.
Nothing.
I'd be annoyed with them.
The only thing, if I was a man
I'd be like,
dating a
millennial.
20-year-old woman,
Sorry, no offense, millennials, but I would
like
just
the
be
only
like,
thing I would be able to do is be like, boobs. You know what I mean? Like, I think it was just because I was cute. I don't think he was interested in, like, I don't know.
Well, I think it's different. Okay,
I don't know.
there's a lot of things that are different now, though. Because
Yeah.
I feel like the age gap now is like, I don't know. It's
Well,
hard
it
to
depends
explain.
on when you have the gap.
Yeah.
If you're both older and you have a gap, it's not as big of a gap, like, for some
Yeah.
reason. But
If you're like
if you're
maybe
19,
like 30 and 50,
if
it
you're
might
19
not be
and
as weird.
40, that's a little weird.
It's weird and like, but like I feel like we were the kind of people that liked old stuff. Like we liked
did.
like old like Steve Miller Band, but
Yeah.
we liked stuff
Yeah.
that wasn't like from our era.
Yeah.
So like that was why you were like attractive
Yeah.
because you like also knew about weird
Yes.
things like that.
Yes.
Whereas like if I was like gonna date a 20-year-old now, I would just be like, what do you like YouTube?
What do you-
Like what do you
music? What do you do all day? Like, what's your malfunction?
What do you-
What's your gig?
what's your major malfunction? And they'd be like, I'm sorry.
No
what?
one says that anymore.
I know. It feels just weird. I don't know. I can't even imagine it. I mean, it just seems so weird to me. But you know what, though? Like, I mean, there's always dirty old men, so I guess. Which we are
Watch
not.
out for them.
We are nice
And
ladies.
go check out episode 7 and episode 18 if you want a good laugh.
It's a bit of a laugh.
Bit of a laugh.
All right, everybody. So we are so happy to celebrate our Podiversary with all of you. And if you like our show, and if you're new to the show, just kidding. If you're new or old to the show or whatever, and you haven't done
Whatever.
it, go like rate and review our show.
Yes,
we would love to hear from
please.
you and just your
We're
comments.
still trying to get to 100
and your
reviews.
5 stars. And then also Patreon, coffee, other stuff.
We have 97 ratings. If you
Oh my God, 3. So
Good.
3 more.
3 more ratings.
What will we give them? A write it bitch button.
Yes.
I'm
so
hawking those
no,
lately.
please. So if you review us, you can email us
If you
at
were
2 girls
98, 99, or 100.
Email us at 2girlsonthebench@gmail.com with your address, and I will send you some stuff. Or
shit.
DM us on Twitter, whatever.
Fun stuff.
People's like usernames don't always match like who they are. So, and let us
Yeah.
know who you are. Thank you to those of you have left some really nice
No,
reviews.
we literally read those when we're bummed out, like about
It's
life or the world or whatever. I just
super-
read our reviews.
I know.
Sounds
Whenever we
terrible.
get sad, I'll text Shauna.
Yep, just read
Literally,
our
I'll
reviews.
I'll
There's
text
some
her.
new ones. I'm
Go
like,
read the
okay.
reviews. There's 3 new ones or whatever.
It does make me feel better.
No, there's
Thank
one
you
from
guys.
Kiki 13425 and Dare Leaked 88 and Jay Roney. I don't know who any of these people are. El Sergio. Like, dude, these are
Thank you.
great. Aw, karaoke. Big E did one. I'm a proud benchling.
Aw.
There's a benchling group on Facebook.
Yeah,
so
join it.
It's
Oh,
super exclusive.
We forgot to talk. Oh, were we going to talk about the results of that?
The
or no?
tattoo? Yeah, we were. We put a poll up on our Benchling Facebook group about if we should get a tattoo or not. It's pretty funny. So we're still working on that.
So if you're cool, join
Yeah.
the Benchling Facebook group.
Join
if you want to
it.
know what happened, join the Benchling.
If you want to see
Facebook
pictures of the tattoo we got, but we didn't get it yet, though, join the Benchling Facebook group.
If you want to hear about my dad's brother's tattoo, go on the Facebook.
And how it doesn't look that good.
And how it
Now
didn't
he's
really
older.
survive the test of time.
Jazz Listens, Pod Addict. Oh my God, there's so many new ones. It's so great, you guys. Like, love it. Trisha and Shauna
3
summoned
more.
deep belly laughs from the stories they tell.
Aw,
I
belly
started with
laughs.
episode 39 and couldn't stop laughing at the massage story. I mean, it's just like so nice, you guys. Like, oh, it's so good. So
You make us feel better, thanks.
we have buttons and stickers. I will send both of them to you.
Oh my God, I went to our mailbox place today.
Oh yeah. Oh,
and
did you see the cards they put out?
Yes, and I saw the cards, but our favorite, like the guy's lady's aunt, sister, or
Whoever
whatever,
she is.
she wasn't there,
She's
and
our
I was
biggest fan.
so bummed because she was so like cool with us, and I should like find out her name, and she should just like come be part of the podcast one day. But anyway,
we should
she
talk
was
to her.
not there. But there was another random guy there, and then as I was walking out, I saw her cards on the table. and
Last time I
was
went
like,
there,
"Meh."
there was no mail, but I happened to have a wad of business cards in my wallet or something.
Cute.
And so I set them down next to the other people's local business cards. And I was like, maybe something, I don't know. I don't know. People pick it up. You saw it. So I was going to ask you if they
saw
were there.
it. They were there. So
Were you
it'd be better
surprised?
if they weren't there. I guess because it would mean people took them.
Yeah, so they've been sitting there for a while.
Well, there's more than we put, which
Been
is
about a
weird.
month
People
and a
put them
half.
back. I'm just kidding. Just joking.
Anyways, okay, so enough
Okay, bye.
blathering over the ratings and reviews. We really appreciate your
3 more,
support.
guys.
3 more.
Swag.
Get some swag. And
That's all.
yeah, keep writing
Keep snacking.
and we'll talk to you soon.
Bye.
Bye.
This was a podcast from the PODFIX Network.
You can check out more shows like it at podfixnetwork.com.